The Reserve List Hot 10 holds a few surprises this week that you won't want to miss. Stay tuned. Hi everyone, welcome back. MTG Moxman here, and thanks for hanging out with a guy who never graduated Magic University, eats nachos and cheese, wakes up early on a Saturday to put this video out for you just to let you know what's going on in the reserve list. I know, right? We're going from number 10 to number 1 down the yellow brick road journey together today. And you know what? I gotta be honest. Some people were asking how come I missed some of the cards that they were collecting. And I remind people, I only can check about 125 to 150 cards a week at my best. So it's the cards that I can check up on and verify the counts. There are way too many cards. 572 cards, that would be impossible for me to cover in the amount of time I have allotted to me in my life to make that much effort to cover that many. I wouldn't get any sleep. I'd be living 24/7 awake. It just wouldn't work out. So I'm sorry about that. But if you're buying out a card and you want me to know, send me an email, drop me the information, let me verify it somehow, and I'll be happy to put you on there, man. No problems at all. We're going to rock this out. So, a few surprises this week. I can't wait to show you guys. Enough talking, enough yakking. Guys, let's get to this party. Let's see if the Wicked Witch of the West comes out with the flying monkeys and stops us from getting to number 1. We are starting things off on the right foot with Thrall Champion from Fallen Empires at number 10. That's right, this card comes in at $6.22 US. The market price, though, is $8.01. And it's €4.46 to get this card into your house. The reason this price is kind of skewed off right now is people are buying the near mint copies. They're not buying the moderately played or heavily played for a couple of bucks on things like TCG Player. They are going for the near mint. They're saying, what do I care if I spend $6, $7, $8 when I can just get a near mint copy and get it out of the way? And there's also been a couple on eBay that were like BGS rated 9.5 quad, and if even one of those sells, it'll totally throw off the metrics. So keep that stuff in mind. He is not a great card yet. He's one of the cards I love to collect, don't get me wrong, because like anything we've seen with like Zubri the Golden Feather, these cards can spike. They can have a good romp around. If any new Thralls hit the battlefield that can connect with this card, it can break things up. I was hoping to see it in Dominaria United, but you never know where things are going to go with this Phyrexian invasion in 2023. So let's hope for the best, and if not, I still love collecting this card, and I'm still buying it every month. And anyone who doesn't like it, tough for you, because it's an awesome card. Let's go ahead and check out the number 9 card down the yellow brick road, and I haven't seen any flying monkeys yet. And that is going to be Metalworker Erza's Destiny. This card has not been on for a while, but 29 sales this week was kind of hard to ignore. The average price is $130.79 US. The market price is $138.48 US. A foil is $878.98. And it's €94.02 to get that card in your house. Here in Canada, it's $175 for a moderately played. It's still pretty pricey in Canada. You're probably better off buying on an eBay or TCG Player. If you're overseas, card market, that's a really reasonable price. He's still a great card to have around. I'm surprised we haven't seen more sales of him lately. Ever since that Rudy video had that little spike, it's been trending down ever since and kind of sticking around where it is. If this is a card you're after, I would wait for it and see what happens. He's a great card, but I think he'll go back down to around the 110 mark. Now, number 8 is Azarin Ruins, again from Homelands, with 33 sales this week, and this card continues to show a slight spike as it moves along the market edges. The average price is $7.34 US. The market price is $7.75 US. €2.96 to get this card into your house, and if you're buying it here in Canada, it's actually $9 and change for a light played copy. Guys, cards like this do have uses. It doesn't matter what other people say. It doesn't matter if you're playing competitive or casual. If you enjoy playing with reserve list cards that are funky and janky, that's all that matters. Have a good time and enjoy the game. That's what it's all about. Now, the number 7 card on the yellow brick road is the Anvil of Bogarden. Visions. 36 sales this week. Average price is still super low, with $44.27 being the average. The market is $43.41 US. and it is €28.64 to get this card into your house. Near mint in Canada is $75. I went ahead on myself, bought them on TCG Player for $27. I bought myself a couple for the Patreon box. I figured, you know what? That cheap, I'll just splurge a little extra out of the budget to make sure the patrons get to have a little bit more of a chance of getting some higher price cards. They won't be near mint, by the way, patrons, because I couldn't afford the near mint ones right now, but they will be pretty cool for the channel. All right, guys, let's go ahead. Let's jump in there and see what card is coming in at number 6. What is going to be the champ? Going to, Rock Hydra Revised Edition. 37 sales this week. Now, the average price for this card is still really low. $4.86 US. The market price is $4.55 US, and it's €4.30 to get this card into your house. About $5 here in Canada. Now, some people asked me about this card before. It's not that bad. I know people say, it's bad. It's not that bad. It can regrow heads. It can come in if you have a lot of mana and be a big spiky creature. I wish they'd given it trample or something. But a card like this that can regenerate its own heads and make itself a little bit bigger is pretty cool. I like this stuff. Suffering the damage and losing heads is the problem, but mid-game, late-game, it's not really going to affect you that much if you can go just hard on them. Give yourself a berserk in there and have a good time. That's what it's all about, having a good time. Now, the number 5 card this week is Thawing Glaciers again, and I noticed a couple of sales as well on those promo edition ones they have for about $100. Now, it's 40 sales this week with an average price of $25 US. The market value is $23.56 US. €16.37 to get this card into your house. $35 Canadian for a near mint copy. Thawing Glaciers is one of those cards that really is, well, it has been underrated for too long. This card probably shouldn't be left the way it is. If you're a person buying copies of this, a play copy, get whatever you can. If you're thinking of investing or speccing on this card, you've got to go for near mint only and be very critical of the cards you're looking at. Try to see them in person if you can, because near mint really isn't near mint like it used to be. Let's go ahead and take a look at the number 4 card this week, and that is going to be Dwarven Pony, a card that hasn't been on the list for a while with 41 sales this week. The average price is $2.14 US. The market price is $1.81 US. And it's €1.77 to get this card into your house. And here in Canada, it's about $3 for your Dwarven Pony. Now, it's a 1 casting cost for a 1/1, 1 red, 1 generic, and tap the Dwarven Pony. And target dwarf gains Mountain Walk till end of turn. Think about Torbrand. Think about some of the dwarves we have nowadays, some of the new decks you can build. The Dwarven Pony does have some uses now, which it didn't have 20 years ago when there was almost no dwarves in production. It's interesting how things can change. Number 3 this week is Fast Bond again with 43 sales this week. The average price is still at $21.99 US. The market price is $21.87 US. And it's €22.17 to get this card into your house. The interesting thing about Fast Bond is it's still banned in a lot of the formats, but this card's artwork is beautiful. You never know when things are going to turn around, and it's reserve list, and you can get near mint copies at a great bargain right now. This thing was up to like $80 US. To see it at $140, this is crazy pricing right now. I love it. Okay, great stuff. Let's go ahead and take a look at the number 2 card on our way down the yellow brick road, and that is going to be Snowblind again from Ice Age. 46 sales this week from the 23rd to the 30th of September. The average price is spiked all the way up to $5 US. The market price is $3.43 US, and it's €1.36 to get Snowblind into your house. Now, a card like this is obviously being bought out by somebody, causing the price to spike up. I don't expect this card to hold any value at this level. It's going to drift all the way back down over the next 6 to 9 months. It'll just slowly meander its way back down unless somebody keeps injecting that kind of cash flow into the card to keep it that high. To dominate the market on a card like this, you would need tens of thousands of dollars just buying Snowblind every time it, found the bottom. Trying to buy it on the way up, you'll get 1/5 as many. So whoever's buying this, be smart about it. If it's a card you really love and enjoy and you want tens of thousands of copies, you got to let it keep drifting down and buy it in small allotments. All right, guys, you've waited long enough. We're here. We are checking out the number 1 card this week, and that is Demonic Hordes. I know, right? 63 sales this week from the 23rd to the 30th. This card can still be had for less than $10 US. The market is $8.54 US, €10.21 to get this card in your house. It's about $7 in Canada for light to moderately played. Now, the Hordes is a card you guys know I love. I didn't know it was being bought out. I just happened to glance when I was checking out the sales, and they seemed a little higher, and I checked some other stuff out, and before you know it, you get up with that count of 63. I love the fact it can tap and destroy one land. Basic, non-basic, they don't care. Destroys a land. That's why I always like this card, and really I always felt the 5/5 for 6 doesn't seem that bad comparatively to other creatures out there at the time, like a Shivan Dragon, but paying the 3 black mana could hurt. But that's really easily handled nowadays in Magic, not like it was back in the old days. So, very amazing card to see. I'm glad to see the Hordes up there. People, you underestimate the Hordes. You never know what they're going to do. It's great stuff, guys. So I hope you enjoyed the video today. Thanks for hanging out with me. Love to see those comments or questions inside the comment section. And remember, guys, it's Magic. It's a great game. Can't wait to see what you guys are up to next. Thanks for tuning in. And a special thank you to those patrons out there who continue to show that support each and every day for this channel. Without those patrons, this channel would cease to exist. Thanks again, everyone, for being there. I know, you're here at the end. You're hanging out. You're wondering what's going on. You've never been here before. I'm sorry, but you're here now. You're stuck. You're in my zone. Near mint copies. Just a little comment on this at the end. The near mint copies are not what people think. I've mentioned this year after year now. It's been like 2 years I've been on YouTube. Guys, there's not that many out there. When you start getting to these older cards and you really pay attention to it, there's not that many near mint. So if you happen to get one, I generally say don't trade those away. Hold on to them. Cards that are basically gradable, even if they're not worth a lot. It's like even a really old hockey card and somebody's trying to complete old hockey card collections with hockey players that don't matter, but there's cards still go for 50, 60 bucks because it's an old hockey card and it's in mint shape. Remember that. The future is there somewhere. Near mint cards. Near mint Soldevi, near mint Thrall Champion. I can't help myself. I see them and I go, ooh, I want them. Anyway, have an awesome day. Make yourself some popcorn and enjoy yourself. It's a great Sunday.